Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hello, crypto fans. We are live. It is Tuesday, March 23rd, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time here at the Crypto Happy Hour. As you can see on the heat map, we have some green. Some of the coins and tokens on our watch list are still remaining green. So let's have a look at the charts. How are we doing out there? Everybody doing okay? Wonderful. Having a look here at BTC/USD on the 4-hour chart. Managed to climb up to the 55,849 today at resistance. And support still holding in there at the 54,155.36 as we kind of do a little retreat back down to retest support. Almost made it into the oversold, so watch BTC as it bangs around there on the RSI. Still looking good though. Let's move on to ETH, USD, Ethereum. Ethereum, big run up. We didn't get into the evaluation zone, so had a rejection there at the resistance at 1723.44. And we can move that support level slightly up. There we go for you. 1655.64. Did get down there in the RSI, as you see, we got to the oversold. Had a bounce attempt, so a couple of goes at it there as volume is increasing for Ethereum. Keep an eye on Ethereum, USD. Moving on to Binance Coin, BNB, USD. Pretty much sideways action for BNB USD. Support down there holding at the 252.08. Resistance up there at the 263.70. As you can see, we're banging off of that 100-day moving average, rejecting off of that. Getting through the 12 and the 26, but that 100-day is giving us some grief. So watch that as we try to make a climb above that. Volume is tapering off slightly with BNB USD. As folks move into, they're using here in the US, Binance US. Trading that BNB in there for all kind of, mostly the altcoins for that matter. So let's have a look at ADA Cardano. ADA USD, very light trading action here, just kind of going sideways. Can't get above that 100-day moving average. So we're going to just cruise along here sideways. Healthy consolidation for ADA USD. So look down there at support at the 1.099. Resistance at the 1.7043. 12-day did come down on us here, so watch those moving averages. They have some influence on price action, so keep an eye on that. Let's move on to DOT. PolkaDot USD. Trying to hold that support at the 35.212. And we can massage that resistance level slightly up there as we are banging around this buy zone here. But we are waiting for confirmation on the volume and the RSI still trending downward. So watching those two indicators as we try to make a rally as the bulls gather up their coins and fiat and all those things to run this bad boy up. So looking at the 35.580 at resistance. 1, 2, 3 attempts failed to get above there. So looking a tiny bit weak here on PolkaDot DOT USD. Moving on to Litecoin, aka Quiet Coin. Litecoin hasn't been doing too well lately, so we'll continue to keep an eye here on Litecoin. Holding that support level down there to 185.01. We can move this stop. If you're still trying to hold on to this trade, put that thing down there just below. I'm going to use mine at the 179.62. And got a new resistance level for you here on the 4-hour time frame at the 188.49. If I did mention, that's 185.01. Almost hitting the oversold. So Litecoin getting primed up for a bounce, but we have all the moving averages above us. The 12 to 2600 day. So the 12 is red, 26 is blue, yellow 100-day moving averages. Moving on to LINK USD. Chainlink found support there at the 26.70 here on the 4-hour chart. First level resistance is going to be up there at the 27.550 for LINK USD. Let's have a look at Stellar XLM USD. Stellar holding support level at the 0.3916 and resistance up there. Can't get over these. All these moving averages are converging there, so trying to get through all that congestion on the way up there. Kind of like my allergies. At the 0.402 for XLM USD. Have a look at the sideways Doge. Doge is starting to kind of taper off on us here. So let's move this stop level down. We'll go to the 1 hour, see if we can find you something a little bit more. There we are, right on there. Support at the 0.05324. First level resistance is going to be sitting right there at the 0.05542 for Doge. And RSI is in the oversold. So looking for a bounce opportunity here for Doge coming up here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's move on to VET USD Vechain. Vechain made her way up to the evaluation zone, as we call it, and had a rejection off that 26-day moving average. As you see that blue line curling down on us there. Going to need to come down here and retest support. So let's zoom into the 1 hour, find that for you. There we go. Support at the 0.0809 and first level resistance on the 1 hour here is going to be right up there at the 0.0842 for VET USD. Trying to make our climb back up. Got to get through the 1226, and we did get the 100-day cross to consider. For VET USD, switching over to the 4 hour and moving quickly over to VTHO USD. Support at the 0.161. As you can see here, resistance up there to 0.0185, looking just a tiny bit stronger for Vethor, the token for the Vechain, and you do have the 26-day and the 12 about to cross, so we may have a little bit more pain in sight as we try to get through those converging moving averages, providing resistance above us. Let's move on to FIL USD. Looking okay here at 80.196 USD. Support. Resistance at the 84.42, so did make the climb back through the buy zone. As if you were tracking this on the 1 hour time frame, you would have seen your entry point here as the 12 and the 26 did cross. Then we got the 12 cross over the 100. So looking for that 26-day to get up there so we can make our climb up there. We'll switch back to the 4 hour. Can't remember if I gave you the resistance yet. Resistance sitting there at the 84.423. Support down there at the 80.196. Moving on to IOTA. IOTA still double-digit gains, as I said in the title card there. Barely touched into the sell zone. That's why we use that thing. It's so, well, we can't predict the future, but it's pretty much bang on most of the time there. As best we can do here for technical analysis. I'll shut up and give you the support and the resistance Support sitting down there at the 1.534, right here just above that 12-day moving average. Resistance up there, right up the 0.236 Fibonacci, retracing back down off of the top up there at the one near the 1.80. So just got into the sell target for us there. Looks like we're going to have another opportunity as we have the 12, the 2600 day in the upward configuration. Just watching that volume though, RSI did get into the overbought, so having another go at it. So keep a tight watch on IOTA. Keep those stop losses close and tight. You'll be fine. Moving on to comp, USD, COMP, USD. Had a rejection up here at this 12-day moving average, and support holding up at the 359.68. I think that was our support for this morning. Yes, it was. And no, it wasn't, because it's the 4-hour chart, so that would have been 3 o'clock. So we did come through support that we had previously there. So resistance sitting there up there at the 389.668. Increasing volume going into the oversold. So looking for a bounce opportunity for COMP USD. Let's move on to basic attention coin. Getting a lot of attention as it's being placed onto the grayscale stock market there. Grayscale opportunity for you there. So looking down there at the getting resistance off the 12-day moving average, sitting underneath there. Resistance at the 1.1025. Support down there at the $1 right on the $1 mark there. So watch that psychological number as we try to maintain that for basic attention coin BATUSD. Let's have a look at Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic bouncing all over the place here. So we did get support. So let's look at the 1 hour. That's where we got that from. There we are. Support holding up at the 12.078. Climbing up into resistance. Making our way through this 12-day. Got through the 100-day moving average and the 26-day. So looking a little bit more healthier for this particular name, ETCUSD. Resistance going to be first encountered at this previous high. We have 2 wicks sitting there at the 12.374 for Ethereum Classic. Moving on to Mana USDC. Mana had a run up. Let's switch to the 4 hour, so we're talking apples to apples for you there. There we go. 100-day down here trending upward. Slightly light volume, so watch the volume. RSI in good shape, so now we can look at the support and resistance. New support level sitting right down there. We actually can nudge that up just a little bit more at the 0.8549. Resistance at the 0.91, I should say, 0.91073. And you do have the 12 and 26 to get through. For Mana, MANA USDC, going on to ZIL, ZIL USDC, grabbing that support. That's why we use this thing. Sitting right down on that 100-day moving average and just riding that bad boy all the way up. Now hoping it can push us through the resistance there at the 0.1706. Resistance, and got support back here off the 0.15989 for ZIL USD. And moving on to NU USD. Okay, sitting there at the 0.5716 support. Resistance coming into play right there on this indecision. We have a lot of uncertainty as we move through here, folks. So look at that 0.5971 resistance, then got to come up here and encounter all these moving averages, which are trending downward, as well as the RSI. So NUUSD got a little bit of work to do. We'll be fine. NMR USD. See the bodies of these candles? We have the wick touch off of there, the body closing above it, so we're in good shape so far. Sitting at support at the 44.779. And let's bring that resistance level down. You're going to have to get through that first previous high over here at the 47.630. And then you got this 12-day moving average sitting on top there. For NMR USD, let's move on to GRT. Graph token. Graph token sitting there at the, where are we at there? 1.5093. Support. Resistance up there as we move through that buy target, the 1.5728. Just looking for confirmation here. Don't get too anxious. We got to move up through, set some higher lows coming up here, but we are oversold. So good indication we may have a bounce coming up there. We could, if you are considering this, we would put our stop just below the support, right down there to like the 1.48, I should say. Let's go on to Uniswap. Big sell all of a sudden. Somebody wanted to get out of there, so we got our resistance going to be down here at the 30.88 and support. Let's look at the 1 hour. Zoom in just a little bit there and move some things around because we got a lot of stuff on the screen here. There we go. Got some good support sitting right there at the 30.326. As you see, we did reject off both the 100-day and the 12-day simultaneously, so that's going to be a little bit of difficulty getting out of there, and then resistance is going to be coming up through that 31.18. Volume drying up as well. A little bit of work to do with UNI at USD. AAVE USD. Bouncing around here, didn't go very far. Here on the 4 hour, pretty much sideways action. So sitting still at the 326.438. Resistance up there at the 343.21. Oversold, rejected. So may need to come down one more time to make up our mind that the bulls want to buy us up through here and get us back on track. For AAVE USD, having a look at MKR USD. MKR, a little bit of a better bounce right down there. There we go. At the 1910.41, you see we got oversold. Got our bounce, starting to climb up. Bulls are doing a good job so far, but we're still trying to get through this 12-day moving average here on the 4 hour time frame. And we do have, we'll go over there to that previous high way over here. So that previous high was the 2013.02. Get through that 12, then you got the 26. We got some work to do, but volume is increasing. It looks like the bulls are on top of this one. RSI trending up for MKR USD. Having a look at audio USD. Made it up into the sales target, so if you got out of there, congratulations, but it looks like we're going to have another shot here. Making our way, had a lot of indecision, decided not to sell off. Bull stepped in, so we got the 12, the 26, 100-day moving average. Just need a little bit more volume as we start to creep our way back up through. So we're going to have that resistance sitting there at the 1.905, support down to 1.652, and eyeballing that $2 psychological. As you can see, we rejected. several times there for that. Let's move on to CHZUSD. The cheese. Perfect touchdown and bounce off that 100-day moving average back here about a day or so ago. And so right now we are sitting on support. We can bring that puppy up just a little bit. There we are at the 0.4973. Resistance sitting there on top of us. That 12-day moving average coming down, as well as this previous high. So the resistance is going to be the 0.5389 for CHZUSD. Let's move on to Theta. Theta up 31.16%, managed to hit a new all-time high. Came back down, had to reconsider. So right now we are sitting, we'll go to the 1 hour for you. And 2600-day moving average. We did get into the overbought. Had to cool down. That's what we're doing right now. So looks for us to touch right down here on this 12-day for continuation. So looking at support to hold there at the 12.7384. And resistance right there at the 13.643. Tight range though. And the volume is starting to taper off just a little bit as we move into the evening hours here in the United States. So we'll look for our Asian friends and European markets to buy us back through there as the bulls wake up. Moving on to ENJBUSD. Fix that up for you real quick. We're on the 1 hour here. Got support right there at the $2 range. Let's just make it $2. Where'd it go? Disappeared. We'll find another one. Should we do that? There we go. Right there at the $2 range, and then resistance is going to be right down here. Very tight range on the 1 hour, so the $2.05. So let's look for that to work its way out. We have the 12, the 26, and the 100-day. Looks like the 12 is trying to get through that 26, so we'll be optimistic and have a look at it here on the 4 hour. Yeah, we could probably nudge that up just a tiny bit. So once we get through there, folks, you're going to be looking at the resistance sitting here just above that 100-day moving average at the $2.15. So roughly $2 support, resistance 215 for ENJUSD. The Bitcoin dominance coming back up. More money got back into Bitcoin. We'll just put some lines on here just so, because we can. So, wow. Drop the ball. Try again. There we go. 61.19% Bitcoin dominance. Having a look at the total market cap. Just about sideways, straight away at 1.61 trillion. Hard to say those big numbers. 1 trillion 671 billion total market cap for the crypto. Folks, that does it for me. Have a great evening. I will see you at 6:45 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Have a great evening. Goodbye.